We say hello from Omaha, where one of the banner USL League One rivalries takes center stage. It's Union Omaha hosting Greenville Triumph, and it's another edition of the Battle for the Belt presented by Centris. We say hello and welcome from Morrison Stadium. I'm Sam Goldfarb, thrilled to bring you all of the action here in this rivalry fixture tonight. It is a Union Omaha side that has gotten off to a flying start at its new home. 3 wins from an available 3 in league play, starting things off with a thrilling 3-2 victory over AC Boise, in which Diego Gutierrez powered them to victory. And then from there, earning 2 more wins on the trot to power themselves into the top 4 of the USL League One table. This is a side that has made Morrison Stadium a fortress on the young campaign. And a key player up front, Pato Botelofaz, has anchored everything. An elite finisher with 3 goals in his first 9 matches across all comps, including the opener against Indy 11 last week in the Brinks Tires USL Cup. But someone who's also a dynamic presser, according to Vincenzo Candela, a do-it-all forward and a veteran up top for Los Bujos. On the opposite end of things, it's a Greenville side that came off a 3-week absence last week in the Brinks Tires USL Cup. And while they were in for a rude awakening, a 3-0 throttling at Highmark Stadium, in which Trevor Ammon bagged a brace, and Dave Dixon just mentioned they looked rocky across the board in this fixture, felt that they didn't defend the boxes well enough and were overwhelmed by the press of Pittsburgh. Feels they need to be better tonight against another high-pressing side in Union Omaha. They do boast some elite talent going forward, and the new addition, Azad Liadi, has been tremendous to open the young season. A pair of goals and a pair of assists. 3 of those 4 goal contributions coming in the victory over Westchester at the end of March. He's someone who is a one-man pressing machine, a proven athlete up top, who is finally enjoying the benefit of health this season. We'll see if he can produce against an Omaha side that has been up and down defensively. Just about ready to get everything underway in another edition of the Battle for the Belt. Will it be Omaha continuing its strong start? Will it be Greenville climbing above the playoff line? Find out next when we return from Omaha.
Part of Nebraska medicine.
Hi, welcome.
Good to see you.
Is to be a part of something extraordinary.
Nebraska Medicine, how may I help you?
Because these are the doors
How are you?
that open doors
That went really well.
to growth and opportunity for each other and for our community. For those who know that the academic experience,
You know what? I agree.
the life experience that you get here is beyond what you can get anywhere
Doing
else.
great.
And that's exactly why here is where you belong. Nebraska medicine, together extraordinary.
Mi nombre es Josué Aaron Gómez y soy del Paso, Texas. Creo que significaría mucho para mí, para mi futuro. Creo que al terminar mi carrera futbolística, creo que poder implementar lo que voy a aprender en la escuela, creo que eso va a ser muy importante para mí y para mi futuro.
It's an age-old tradition, sneaking a taste before it's ready to serve. But when you see the finest reserve label, you just can't help yourself. Because you know an immersive, unexpected flavor experience awaits. The passion and the creativity are felt and tasted in every bite, twisting contemporary cuisine in satisfying new ways. It makes it almost impossible not to want to taste it before the meal. Finest Reserve. Every flavor tells a story.
We welcome you back to Morrison Stadium, where we are just about ready for another edition of the Battle for the Belt. Union Omaha and Greenville Triumph, 2 of the league's biggest brands, lock horns once again. Gives us a chance to check out our starting lineup, starting with the home side for Union Omaha, a 3-4-3 setup in which they make just 1 change from the Brinks Tires USL Cup set of Indy 11 last weekend. That change occurs in the midfield. There is no Brandon Knapp tonight. He is out, so Kempis Tequila will enter the fray. Looks like he'll either play on the wing or dip in as a number 10, depending on how the shape shifts for Vincenzo Candela's men. On the opposite end of things for Dave Dixon, he makes 3 changes from what he feels was the poorest performance of the season last week against Pittsburgh Riverhounds. One comes in goal, Amal Knight back between the sticks after Seth Torman endured a rocky performance last weekend. In addition to that, some changes in midfield. The big one of note, Chapa Herrera returning to the starting 11 after missing the early stages of the campaign with a hamstring injury. Everyone in Greenville thrilled to see him back into the fold as well. Well, we are just about ready to get everything underway here at Morrison Stadium, the 6,000-seat venue on the campus of Creighton University. The first year Union Omaha is playing in this venue and looking to make an impact in the heart of Omaha. Will it be Union Omaha continuing its perfect start at home? Will it be Greenville Triumph making a statement away from home? The battle for the belt just moments from beginning here. We are underway. Joe Surgeon blows his whistle. Omaha and Greenville, once again, one of the storied rivalries in USL League One, back in the center of the fold. Sam Goldfarb bringing you all of the action here. It is a Union Omaha side that sits in the top 4, did rebound from a rocky pair of performances in mid-April with a strong display at Indy 11. Vincenzo Candela saying he was thrilled with the way his side got after their opposition, regardless of the gulf in division. And now hoping to carry that over against the Greenville side that is reeling following last week's return of play. Here's the first touch for Botello Faz. Gutierrez. Primarily a reserve for Union Omaha, but did announce himself to the Omaha faithful with a brace in that league victory against AC Boise in their home opener. Tequila. Budati. Borjak knocking it along and instead goes out for a goal kick. Well, there is your look at the new man between the sticks, or the returnee between the sticks, we should say. Amal Knight, the 32-year-old who has been a veteran of USL League One for quite some time, joining Greenville and opening the season as Dave Dixon's preferred option. But after going on international duty following a shaky season-opening performance, it looked like perhaps he would lose his spot to Seth Torman. Now he gets an opportunity to reclaim his #1 spot between the sticks as the goalkeeping battle rages on in Greenville. Not every day you see a Jamaican international goalkeeper in the midst of a 50-50 affair to claim his spot at club level, but that is where Amal Knight finds himself, and he's hoping to log a strong display against an Omaha side that will certainly begin on the front foot. For Omaha, it has no doubt been an exceptional start to their season. A side that has already managed 12 points from an available 18. That's good enough for top 4 in the league, and they have multiple games in hand on everyone above them apart from Spokane. So that is a remarkable beginning, despite back-to-back defeats against Colorado Rapids in the US Open Cup and then the loss against Richmond, which was no doubt disappointing last time out in league play. Vincenzo Candela says last weekend was a get-right performance in which they returned to their high-octane pressing principles and reasserted themselves. Early on, already asking the questions here. This is Borjak. They give it away, though, and Liati the other direction. The referee will come back to that challenge. He was quite the standout at the weekend. Dylan Borjak, a goal and an assist to his name in that victory over Indy 11. Someone who is the direct winger that Vincenzo Candela feels his side lacked last season. They were intending Lagos Kunga to be that direct 1v1 threat, but after he tore his ACL in the preseason, they weren't able to replicate that as Herrera chips this in. And off his line of claim is Rashid Nuhu. On the subject of goalkeeping battles, there is an interesting subplot in Omaha for the first time in pretty much their entire history. Rashid Nuhu has been the go-to, but pushed significantly by Cole Jensen this season. This is Nuhu's first league start since late March. Vincenzo Candela says he believes he has the 2 best goalkeepers in the league, so it is a week-to-week decision as he would handle any outfield spot. Omaha looks long here for Chiba, who cannot catch up to this. There is your look at the multi-time USL League One winner, Rashid Nuhu, anchored that Omaha side that won the league title for the 2nd time in 2024. A multi-time Gold Glove winner as well, a legend of the league, but this year finds himself in more of a heated battle than he would have expected for that starting role. To his credit, Vincenzo Candela says he has handled it magnificently. The 2 goalkeepers are very supportive of one another. It is a healthy competition, as many other spots throughout the squad have as well. Tequila. Gutierrez. Driving it from long range. Hits a Greenville body. Clear only as far as Borjak. Budati on the overlap. One of the many key additions that Omaha has made from higher divisions. Cabral. Darts past one. Has a crack. Falls kindly. That effort always rising and rather speculative. Fans, the USL on the CBS Sports Network continues on May 13th with a primetime showdown. Newcomer AC Boise takes on high-flying FC Naples at 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, May 13th. Catch all of the action on the CBS Sports Network. Part of the growing role the USL League One is playing in the American soccer pyramid, and AC Boise, they have packed Athletic Club Boise Stadium in downtown Boise, Idaho so well, setting an attendance record in their home opener, and a couple of weeks back it was a raucous crowd for that dominant victory over Westchester. Budati looks forward for Botello Faz. Borjak falls for Tequila, who's still chasing. Off his line, him all night does just enough. And Greenville already under early fire. That is a late challenge from Coleman and a physical one that may earn him a booking. Instead, just a talking to, but here's another look at the chance. Fricke doesn't clear convincingly, and Kempis Tequila posing major questions here. Just not the cleanest of touches to put himself in a position to shoot. Direct the other direction for Greenville. This time they can't keep it in play. Kimito Fritz. Beckford. Tries his luck from range. No real trouble for Nuhu, though. He's quite the talent, Deshane Beckford. Years in USL Championship. Last season loaned for the second half of the campaign to Westchester, and making that permanent move to Greenville in the wintertime. Did score against his former club and has been a lively presence for the Triumph on the young season. There's a switch of the play. Gutierrez with numbers streaming forward for Omaha. Tequila. Gutierrez just overran the ball. This is Beckford now for Greenville. Herrera. Beckford has options in the area. It's a low cross that just evades Rodrigo Robles. And that, Greenville's best chance to date. Fans at Bellevue University, your success is the only thing that matters. That's why they offer education that's designed to help you achieve your next goal. Find out more at degrees.bellevue.edu/goals. Just shy of 10 minutes gone here at Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska. No score in the battle for the belt between Union Omaha and Greenville Triumph, although it has been an open beginning to this. Borjak. A low driving effort that doesn't trouble anyone in white. Robles hunting avenues out. Liati. Clever touch. Robles continuing to pursue, and now onto it. Launches it for Beckford. Referee plays advantage, and Beckford flashes it across the face. And Robles incensed that that was not given as a foul. It's sloppy here from Union Omaha defensively. Robles a clever touch, and then Owusu just caught flat-footed. Comes in with that challenge, does seem to get a bit of the ball, and there's always a tight angle there for Deshane Beckford. Seeing the counter punches now from Triumph, though. On the opposite end of things for Greenville, last season, no doubt a disappointment, a side that had reached the playoffs in each of its first 5 years of existence, but last year it was a difficult go, a side that fell 5 points short of the playoff cut line, slumped to the finish line after a slow start, and never could build momentum. Dave Dixon taking over, and he mentioned that tried to make this roster a little younger going forward, and also tried to make them more direct, as you see them hoof it over the top to Liati here. Robles, a few footsteps late. This is a side that historically has been one of the oldest sides in the league. It's known for its nucleus of Brandon Fricke, Evan Lee, Tyler Polak, a number of other key players that have been with the club for years. Many since the inception even. Trying to bring in some younger talent to complement those veteran pieces, and also has tried to make this side a little more courageous going forward. Not one that is so prodding and pragmatic and patient in possession, but one that is a little more assertive, as this is over the top for Borjak, who is in on goal, and it is a tremendous save from Knight that keeps Greenville level. Well, Greenville nearly unlocked with a direct ball the other way. It's well weighted from Gadiri, well-timed run from Borjak, and it just needs to wrap this around Knight better. That the biggest opportunity for either side. Evans. Cabral. Budati. Numbers clamoring forward now. Borjak. Gadiri. Over 20 MLS appearances on his resume. There's Coleman, someone with a few more appearances than that. Too heavy for Yunus Budati. You hear the Omaha Parliament in full force. They have packed Morrison Stadium throughout this young season, and once again on this beautiful night for football in the Midwest, they have turned out and not disappointed. Omaha, of course, nicknamed Los Bujos, which translates to owls in English, and many may just be learning this, but a parliament is the object to describe a group of owls, so that is the explanation for the supporters group name. It is one of the better fan bases in USL League One. Jiba. Chopping inside, Jiba going for goal, and that rolls routinely to him all night. "15 minutes gone here in Omaha, and still nothing to separate these two sides. Dylan Borjak producing the best chance of the match for either team to date, denied with a 1v1 opportunity by him all night after the well-weighted through ball by Semi Gadiri. But Omaha has been the aggressor early on, and you have yet to see Dave Dixon's Greenville side establish a degree of comfort on it the other way. That's clever from Borjak. Budati cutting it across towards Tequila, just behind him. Jacqua. Talking to Dave Dixon this week, he spoke about how, in many respects, the Pittsburgh match does resemble the preparation for this one, because both teams press us in a similar manner. As Robles really took this off Gadiri. Said that in many ways, maybe the Pittsburgh match helps serve as a trial run for this rivalry fixture, but he said they need to be better across the board, and they need to be a little more courageous at playing through the press. He said his side played a bit too many horizontal and backwards passes that allowed Pittsburgh to continue to advance their press onto them. Here tonight, he wants to see them play a little more courageously and try to play through the lines. Seen that in fits and starts, but nothing consistent just yet. Gutierrez. Cabral. Budati. Arcs in across. Get it away. And this is the level of courageousness Dave Dixon was hoping for. Beckford. Quick turn here from Akio. Rolls it across. Evans is now strolling forward for Greenville. Can't thread it between the lines for Rodrigo Robles. Tequila. Borjak. Has been a focal point for Omaha early on, as has Budati, with space to cross. Rolls all the way through for Gutierrez! Deflects kindly for Amel Knight. Omaha continues to ramp up the pressure here. You see Budati rocket forward. Disguises that ball well. And ultimately, you just see Gutierrez trying to shape up and find the bottom right, but the deflection benefited everyone in the white of Greenville. Jacqua. Broken up there by Budati, who's been all action early on. And this is Tequila, who just left it dangling. Herrera. Evans. Cabral. Borjak. Plays this forward. It is through for Botello Faz. And him all night just barely wins the foot race. Second or third time already, Omaha has unlocked this Greenville back line with a diagonal ball of that caliber. Seem to attack that channel between center back and right back significantly. Jacques. Inching towards 20 minutes. And at the moment, Omaha, the aggressor, still have yet to find payoff on the score sheet, though. Another edition of the battle for the belt. An Omaha side that is 7-3-6 all-time against the Triumph in this rivalry fixture. Has lost just once since 2022. Gutierrez. Charging ahead for Los Bujos. Plays it across. Botello Faz. Left a parting gift for his defender there. Anthony Patty is still prone on the pitch. Well, this is a point of concern for Greenville. Anthony Patty is someone who's elevated himself into a frequent starting role with the Triumph this year. He is about to be tended to by the physios. This Greenville side that looked to get younger defensively, and Anthony Patty, part of that movement coming in from Lexington. May have some blood on his knee. That appears to be the concern more than anything. Well, fans need an extra reason to attend Women in Sport Night on May 9th. We've got just the right reason. A meet and greet with premier athletes from She Sports like Nebraska volleyball alum Maisie Boziger and many others. This is your chance to say hi, take a picture, and even snag an autograph. Women in Sports Night, presented by She Sports, is on May 9th. An incredible day on and off the pitch. A great event at Morrison Stadium that will take center stage in a matter of weeks now. In fact, next week at that, as Omaha will host Richmond, excuse me, it will host Portland on May 9th in that fixture. Just awaiting our referee signal to get everything back underway. Appeared Anthony Patty was getting his knee taped after having an open wound on his leg, perhaps a product of the turf surface. But we are set to resume action here. We're talking to Vincenzo Candela this week. He's spoken about how they attack every match the same way. This is a side that likes to possess the ball. They like to dominate action and dictate their style of play, much like his predecessor, Dom Casciato, did. This is a squad that gets after anyone they play, regardless of opponent. As you see, the card is shown to Ivan Ajakwa for the late challenge moments ago. And tonight's been no different. They're continuing to press the issue, and you see here as Sami Gadiri plays it forward, Tequila got clipped at the ankles, and That's what draws our referee's ire. Joe Surgeon showing his first yellow card of the night. Gadiri. Cabral. This is Gutierrez, who's been a lively figure early on. That cross deflected. That's clever. Cabral. Just a throw for Greenville. Tequila. Played a key role the last 2 seasons with 1 knocks. And still trying to carve out a consistent starting role here with Omaha. This is a squad with, in many respects, perhaps one of the deepest attacking rosters in the league. The likes of Campos, Tequila, Borjak, Gutierrez all starting, but plenty of options off the bench tonight as well. The likes of Adrian Billhart, Aaron Gomez. Not to mention Loris Wooten, who's also started across the midfield. A squad with plenty of riches in that regard. And here's Tequila again. This time can't untangle himself from the defenders. Evans, one of the top chance creators in USL League One over the course of the last 2 years. Ajacqua. Robles bites it back for Greenville and charges ahead. Robles goes down in the area. Referee says he was hoping for contact more than anything. Now Ajacqua can't round the corner. Akio. Evans, overlapping run. It's Owusu in a tough spot, but he handles it well. Samuel Owusu, year 2 with Union Omaha. Last season, becoming a regular starter for Los Pujos and now anchoring this back line tonight. There's Gutierrez. Tequila. Chiba muscled off it. Robles fouled by Coleman, and he's booked for persistent fouling now. Big smile on Azad Liadi's face. He's watched an opposite number get booked here. Robles shoved down by Coleman, and after an earlier warning, Brent Coleman is now on the referee's list here. And this is a set piece in a rather inviting spot for Connor Evans and company. Greenville on the back foot for the bulk of these opening 30, but could pose quite the plot twist if Connor Evans can conjure something magical from here. There's plenty to aim at in the area as well. Evans floats it into the mix. And the whistle sounds against Greenville. Too much pushing and shoving in the box for our referee's liking. Fans watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Just shy of the half-hour mark in the first edition of the Battle for the Belt in 2026. And no score between Union Omaha and Greenville Triumph. Omaha has been the aggressor, but some life from Greenville these last few minutes or so. And they continue to push on. Liadi. Coleman tracks him step for step. Fritz. Beckford. No one there to play it into. Gutierrez, the other direction for Los Bujos. And the referee's gotten in the way. Well, Joe Surgeon's made a villain of himself there. Although not much he can do here. See Gutierrez just rocket forward and tries to switch the play with a diagonal ball. Fortunately for him, Joe Surgeon is right there waiting for it. Borjak. On the opposite end of things for Omaha, it's been an interesting past calendar year. A squad that has reached the playoffs throughout its existence in each of its first 6 seasons, and that is the expectation. But last season endured a really difficult start as the defending champions dealt with early season injuries, won just 3 of their opening 12 league matches. Ultimately, Dom Casciato left the club to take the Tampa Bay Rowdies job, and it looked like maybe it would be a transition season for Omaha, but under Vincenzo Candela, he spurred them to 10 wins in the final 19 league matches, and the dominant entity again as Tequila lays this off, and the effort from what appeared to be Gadiri is well off the mark. It was an Omaha side that had to scratch and claw its way back, and they did so dramatically under Vincenzo Candela, who earned the full-time job at the end of the season. Gutierrez maybe caught between 2 minds, but it did take a touch out for a corner kick. Well, fans, this corner kick is brought to you by Modelo. The first Modelo corner kick of the match, and regardless of the change in venue from last year, the fans are still equally passionate about the Modelo corner kicks. Semi Gadiri, who's been an involved presence through the opening half hour, stands over it. Delivers within swing. Flicked on by Coleman, and right back to him all night. When you think about the way they turned their season around last season, the Owls, excuse me, went unbeaten in the final 12 matches to reach the playoffs, and went into the final day with a chance to claim a top 4 seed against all odds when they were in the basement at one point of the USL League One table around the summertime. It was a remarkable turnaround, and if not for a penalty shootout heartbreak at Naples, they could have made a deep run and maybe pushed the eventual champions, won Knoxville in a semifinal. This season, though, they had their eyes set on starting fast. Vincenzo Candela saying, "We didn't do that last year. Our goal is to get results in the bank early and often," and that they have done so far. 4 wins from an initial 6 league matches, and they look the more likely to break through here in this first half. Jiba. Liati runs right into Brent Coleman, and now this is an interesting moment because he's already on a yellow card. Just getting warned by Joe Surgeon. I believe that might be the right decision. He was caught in an unfortunate spot there, and Liati definitely looked for the contact as well, understanding his opposite number was on a yellow. Overzealous from Akio. Fan Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Final 10 minutes of the first half beckon. Sam Goldfarb bringing you all of the action in this first edition of the Battle for the Belt, and Omaha continuing to press the issue. Gutierrez bypasses Evans, brought down in the box. The referee just says it's a goal kick, to the chagrin of everyone in the black of Omaha. Well, that is a moment you can put a pin in, especially at halftime. Gutierrez brought down in the area. It certainly appeared to be contact. Greenville bailed out, and now given a free kick the other direction. Joe Surgeon has not made himself a popular figure at Morrison Stadium. Gives Connor Evans another chance to ask questions of this Omaha back line, something he's had limited opportunity to do thus far. Pings it forward. Tequila was shoved. You wonder what the team talk will be like from Vincenzo Candela in particular, because his side has clearly been the superior entity through the bulk of this opening half. They have not taken their chances, and despite a lot of things going right in possession, the efforts that have truly troubled them all night have been minimal. Greenville, on the other hand, maybe not at their best, but still in this. They've been far better than they were last week at Pittsburgh as they win their first corner of the night. Connor Evans will stroll over to it. Last year's top chance creator in USL League One, playing in his more natural right back role after being converted into a deep lying midfielder for the bulk of the second half of last season. The most versatile players in USL League One. This is delivered with outswing. Owusu away. Robles floats forward for a Jacqua, who was onside. Comfortably back to new hoop. Butati is impressed with his performances for Omaha so far. And you just see his all action tendencies, can cut inside, can overlap on the outside, and hasn't left himself exposed the other direction at transition moments. This is given away. Liati the other direction. He stood up aggressively by Cabral. Coleman. A lot of hand fighting here. And now play stopped by the referee. Brent Coleman already on a yellow. And this might be his final warning. Joe Surgeon counting the number of times he's committed a foul. There was certainly some shirt pulling there. Maybe Coleman's lucky to escape a second yellow card here. That's what Chapa Herrera is saying at the moment. And now he'll call Coleman over. It's a stern warning from Joe Surgeon. It's nothing more than that, though. Evans once again over this. Floats it to the back stick. And no one there in white to track it down. Well, fans, soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Just shy of halftime here in the battle for the belt, and nothing to separate these two sides. Two of the banner clubs in USL Championship, a pair of sides that have won the crown. Omaha, the only team to do it multiple times. Robles. Fritz. Into the mix for Liati, off the crossbar. And Greenville's best chance of the match goes begging. This is glaring. It's a brilliant cross from Fritz. Right on that right foot, it's arcing with menace, and Liati gets underneath it a touch too much. Otherwise, Omaha staring at a 1-0 deficit. Given the form he's in, you would not fancy him to miss that. Back to brace in the first half against Westchester in late March. That was just 2 league matches ago. This, of course, Greenville's first league match since April 4th. This time, though, can't power the triumph ahead. Inching towards halftime. For those just joining us, we welcome you to this banner USL League One clash. These are two of the proudest clubs in the division. Union Omaha, the only side to win the USL League One crown twice. They did so in 2021 and 2024 and defeated Greenville Triumph along the way to capture both of those crowns. Greenville themselves winning in 2020 after just narrowly finishing above Omaha on the points per game tally. Jiba has plenty of runners now. Cuts it back to Tequila. Falls for Gutierrez. Plenty of space now for Semi Gadiri. Always rising, but it did take a touch. At least one more Modelo corner kick before the half is out. Now this corner kick is presented by Modelo. Sami Guediri, whose effort was deflected clear, will have a crack at things. In swinger toward the near post, falls for Cabral. Maybe a chance to break for Greenville. Fritz. Strolling past one defender, and at the second time of asking, Yunus Boudadi does the job. Does a little bit of everything. The 30-year-old, you've seen the attacking firepower he can provide, and now you're seeing the defensive solidity. As we are into stoppage time, and it is just 2 minutes that separate us from intermission. Long throw from Evans, and back routinely to Nuhu. Borjak. He had the biggest chance of the night for Omaha early on, and he gives it away here rather cheaply. Herrera. Evans joining the attack now. Liotti, first time ball in. Can't find Herrera there. Final minute of the added 2. And barring a late plot twist, it seems we're in for a scoreless first half. That's cleverly done by Robles. Beckford dancing through traffic. Botello Faz muscled off it by the sure-footed Brandon Fricke. Second all-time in USL League One in appearances. Herrera. Ajacqua. Looking for Fritz on the overlap, and does find him. More quick turn from Beckford. He loses his footing, and that is halftime. Strong display from Omaha, but nothing to show for it on the score sheet. And at intermission, no score between Greenville Triumph and Union Omaha in the first edition of this year's Battle for the Belt. Omaha dominant, Greenville with moments, but neither side able to break the deadlock just yet. It was a strong start for Omaha. You saw the chance for Dylan Borjak. Then on the other end, Liotti denied. But at halftime, still nothing to separate these two sides. In the battle for the belt, Omaha 0, Greenville 0 is our score at intermission. We'll step aside when we return a look around USL League One and the USL Pyramid. Stick with us.
Where are you from?
My name is Adrian Wilhard and I'm from Berlin, Germany.
What was your first impression of Omaha when you first landed?
When I first landed, it was pretty cold and stormy, so it wasn't the greatest impression, but once I, been around for 2 weeks or so, I actually quite enjoy where we live because we have restaurants, bars, and cool little spots in walking distance, so that's probably one of my favorite parts so far.
What is a runza?
I have no idea. I looked over the questions and it was something food related, so that's all I know.
Who is the funniest player in the locker room that you've met so far?
Jamie by far.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Early bird.
What is a post-match meal look like for you?
Probably just pizza.
What's a hobby that you have that would surprise fans?
I'm obsessed with sleep. Kind of scheduling everything around it and prioritizing it.
What is your hype song?
I would say Dreams and Nightmares.
What are you most excited about for this season?
I'm just really excited to get the season started, play with the guys on the field. We already got a really good connection, I think, and I hope we can show that in the first couple games this year.
Welcome back to Omaha. We're at intermission in this battle for the belt. There is no score between Union Omaha and Greenville Triumph, a pair of proud USL League One clubs deadlocked at the break. And at halftime, it gives us a chance to check in with Dan Lucas, who has an update with USL athletes on the world stage.
With the field for World Cup 2026 now set, the USL can enjoy its place in the countdown to history. Never before has an active USL player taken part in a World Cup, until now. For the past 2.5 years, more than 30 players from USL Championship and League One battled through World Cup qualifying. This summer, 6 of them have a chance to hit the field for their respective country. Miami FC teammates Eloy Rom and Jurgen Lacadia made history, helping Curacao qualify for the World Cup for the first time ever. Curacao will face Germany, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador in group play. And for the first time since 1974, Haiti will take part in the World Cup, following a very unique road through qualifying. 4 championship players, Duke Lacroix and Garvin Matusala of Colorado Springs, Delence Pierre from FC Tulsa, and Carl Sente from New Mexico United led Haiti through qualifying without playing a home match. Now the Haitian team faces a tough group at the World Cup with matches against Brazil, Morocco, and Scotland. But while World Cup qualifying owned the spotlight in late March, several USL players took part on U.S. youth national teams, also on the world stage. Colton Swan of Charleston Battery scored a goal for the U.S. Under-20 team against Argentina in Argentina. Orange County SC's Tyson Espy played for the Under-17 team in Paraguay. And the U.S. Under-18 team played in Portugal, featuring Ramiz Hamuda from Birmingham Legion, Brandon Days of Louisville City, and Jameer Johnson from Orange County SC.
This week on USL All Access, we talk about the turnaround in form for Brooklyn FC and how the change in results should come as no surprise. Match day 1 of USL Prinks Tires Cup kicked off on the weekend. Who are the biggest winners and losers, and what trend has emerged that can already show us who this year's finalists are going to be?
You'll see it SiriusXM FC or the USL YouTube page every Tuesday night.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
My name is Blake Malone, and I'm a center back for Union Omaha. The partnership between Bellevue University and Union Omaha enables me to continue my career as a professional soccer player, as well as extending my time and learning to get another degree, and for that I'm very thankful. I would say reach out. Bellevue University has been very, very kind and generous to us. They're very responsive, they have great people working up front, so I would say go, give it a reach, look out, and see if it works for you.
It is halftime in League One. We hope you're enjoying your match so far. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio. Let's take a look at some of the League One headlines. Corpus Christi has not won a match yet in league play, but a very big opening USL Cup win over Chattanooga Red Wolves. That 1-0 victory is the first ever win for Corpus Christi. Even better, it lands Corpus atop Group 3 after one match. In Group 4 of the Cup, Union Omaha defeated Indy 11 2-1. Just over a month ago, Omaha traveled to Indy and knocked the championship club out of the U.S. Open Cup. And in Group 3, One Knoxville took the extra point from FC Tulsa in penalty kicks thanks to 3 PK saves by goalkeeper Johan Garave. You don't want to face One Knox in PKs right now. 3 straight penalty kick shootouts, including wins over DC United and Asheville City to advance in the U.S. Open Cup. Upcoming USL national broadcast, May 13th, AC Boise and FC Naples. USL Cup play on the 16th with Richmond Kickers in Charleston, and Rhode Island hosts Brooklyn on the 23rd. All 3 matches are on CBS Sports Network. Those are the USL headlines. We're getting closer to the second half. Let's get you back out to your match.
Well, we welcome you back to Omaha, where we get a look at our weekend scores here in USL League One. Portland Hearts of Pine dominant in their 3-1 victory over New York Cosmos. Meanwhile, a few matches ongoing here. One Knox obliterating Naples at the moment in the rematch of last year's USL League One semifinal. And then later tonight, in fact, right about now, AC Boise kicking off against Chattanooga Red Wolves. That will be a packed venue in downtown Boise. Many key matches here this weekend. Well, that is your look around the league. We will step aside briefly where there's no score between Union Omaha and Greenville when we return to look back at an eventful first half.
Where are you from?
I'm from Dortmund, Germany.
What was your first impression of Omaha when you first landed?
Cold, very cold, but then the boys took me to some bars and to some food spots, so I like it here so far.
What is a runza?
No clue, no. Something to eat.
Who is the funniest player in the locker room that you have met so far?
I would say it's between Jamie and Pato.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl.
What is a post-match meal look like for you?
To be honest, I don't have one, but I like pizza after a game.
What's a hobby that you have that would surprise fans?
I don't really have hobbies though. Good question. I used to like bowling a lot.
What is your hype song?
Hancho Tranquility.
What are you most excited about for this season?
I'm excited to play in the stadium, in the new Creighton Stadium, and I want to win some championships again.
Yeah, that's cooler than my little dance. But my dances are very popular on Instagram at jamie.orson.
Little plug there.
If you were starting in a 3v3 team, you guys are on opposite teams, which other teammates are you choosing to battle with? Yeah.
Is it like a draft?
Yeah.
Or we can have the same people?
Include yourself?
Include yourself and then
plus two more.
Players, yeah.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3.
Earthquake.
Kwaku, Sammy.
Cam, Aaron.
We welcome you back to Omaha, where at halftime in the first edition of this year's Battle for the Belt, there is no score between Union Omaha and Greenville Triumph. Although there were many chances in the first half, and it's now time to get a look back at some of those standout moments. Omaha got off to a flying start in this fixture, a side that brought the pressure, but Greenville did ask some questions the other direction. Rodrigo Robles asking questions in the press, and then he ushers this on to Deshane Beckford, who just dragged this across the face of goal. Robles wanted a foul, didn't get one, and instead the chance went to nothing. But this was a promising moment of Greenville being able to play directly through the press. That's something Dave Dixon said his side worked on significantly in preparation for Omaha this weekend. And then on 12 minutes, the other direction, it's a lovely ball from Sami Gadiri to unlock the back line. Borjak was in on goal and just can't wrap his boot around it to curl it beyond him all night. This was a glaring chance for Omaha to get off to a flying start. Instead, Knight makes himself big and provides the impediment required. And then the other way, on 42 minutes, Greenville growing into it. This ball in from Camilo Fritz is right on the money for Azad Liati. And on a different day, Greenville would have grabbed the lead against the grain. This is a well-timed header, but Liati just gets a touch underneath it and can't bury it in the back of the net. And so we still find ourselves in a scoreless affair in this one, but it's not for the want of trying for both of these two sides. They've both asked questions of their opposite numbers between the sticks and just have yet to truly find a way through. Our team's taking the pitch here, getting set to return to action. When you look at some of the standout numbers from the first half, it's no question that Omaha was the better side on paper. A .61 to .18 XG advantage. In addition to that, it's a side that has outshot Greenville 13-2. It is a glaring advantage on that front. No shots on goal either from the Triumph. But the only stat that truly matters is the scoreline, and it is still 0-0 as Union Omaha still looks to maintain its perfect record on home soil. Two teams returning to the pitch. Will it be Vincenzo Candella's men notching another 3 points and bouncing back from the Richmond defeat a couple weeks ago in league play? Or will it be Greenville getting back on the mark after back-to-back defeats to open and close a shortened April schedule? It is now Omaha going from left to right on your screen in the black kits with the yellow numbers. Greenville will get us back underway in the white kits with the green accents from right to left. We just await Joe Surgeon's whistle to resume the first edition of the Battle for the Belt. It is the first of two meetings, the return fixture on September 26th at what will be GE Vernova Park. Greenville will open up that slate of play in early June. We are back underway. Omaha and Greenville tussling with 3 points up for grabs. Sam Goldfarb bringing you the rest of the way in this key USL League One clash. Thank you for joining us. Has been a fun affair. Omaha the aggressor, but there have been enough counter-attacking moments for Greenville as Akio lays this off, and Robles again gets it back. Can't pick out Fritz with the precision required, but it is snatched back. This is a strong start for Greenville to the second half. Liati lost his footing just inside the penalty area. And Tequila hunting it out. Gutierrez. He's no stranger to big moments in this stadium. Back to brace in the club's first match at Morrison Stadium on March 22nd. Had a 3-2 victory against AC Boise in one of the thrillers of the year to date. Coleman. He was a big point of controversy in the first half. Picked up an early yellow. Easily could have had a second. Gutierrez muscled off it in the area. Jiba. Here's Budati, perhaps the brightest performer for Omaha in those opening 45 minutes. It's a little bit of everything on both sides of the ball. Owusu venturing forward and switching the play magnificently to Gutierrez, who has options either side. Gutierrez, an overlapping run for Jiba, who played it perfectly across the face, but there's no one there in black to greet it. That another strong moment for Omaha going forward, though. Textbook, a switch of the play. Greenville is stretched. Gutierrez times the overlapping ball well, and Jiba puts this in the right spot. There's just no one there to greet it, and Borzak a footstep or two behind it. And that was a huge point of emphasis for Dave Dixon. He said that when Omaha breaks, especially on their crosses, they usually have 2, 3, sometimes 4 options to play the ball into. We need to be switched on for that. And in that moment, they were completely stretched. But Telefaz gets this out of play. This is a real litmus test for Greenville tonight. We've discussed the frustration of last season, a side that slumped out of the gate and never truly responded in Rick Wright's final year at the helm. A squad that missed the playoffs for the first time in its 7-year history as a club. They reached the postseason each of the first 6 years. There was some upside, though. Last year did earn their first victory since 2022 against Omaha in early March. That was during Omaha's very poor start to the year themselves. Fortunately, since that date for Greenville, Omaha was the side that was able to recover, as this is perfectly weighted for Borzak, who drives it goalward. Can't beat Knight at the near post, though, and it's just out for a corner. It's a relatively comfortable save for Knight, but he had to do the job and didn't lose his focus. And that sets us up for another corner kick presented by, you guessed it, Modelo. Yunus Budati is one of the men in the vicinity, although it appears it will be taken by Gadiri. And it's taken too quickly for our referee's liking.
How's Vegas doing it? They advanced the second round. Oh, that's cool.
Joe Surgeon stopped the play because Gabriel Cabral is still down. It's certainly a concern for Omaha. Cabral, a veteran of League One, returning to the league a year ago and playing a key role in the division before making the move to Omaha this offseason. It's being tended to by the physios. And it appears that will be the end of the road for Gabriel Cabral. So somewhat disappointing turn of events. Sets the stage for Edry Caceres to replace him. So Edry Caceres will fill in for Gabriel Cabral. It's a like-for-like change in the heart of the park. It's a disappointing one for Cabral because he put in a strong shift in the first half. It's Caceres, the former Dynamo Academy man who joined from Lexington SC, will make his first league appearance. After missing the last 6 matches across all comps. So 4th appearance of the year in league play. His first since the opening month of the season. In-swinger. Flicked along by Borzak. Poked the other way. Akio loses the foot race, though. So it's Caceres in for Cabral. Former multi-time All-Big East second-team selection at Marquette. He was in the midst of just his 2nd professional season, played sporadically for Lexington, but appears poised to play a bigger role here this year with Omaha. Borjak. Gutierrez. Looking through for Borjak and finds him. A quick cross to Tequila, who finishes comfortably. Sweeping symphony of a move for Omaha, and they take the lead in the battle for the belt. Another shot of Tequila for Union Omaha. It is Kempis' second in league play, and it finishes a well-worked move. A perfectly weighted ball in the overlap to Borjak, across right into Tequila's path, and that is so cheeky. Omaha 1, Greenville 0, and it is a goal of the highest order. Cool as you like from a proven goal scorer at this level. Kempis Tequila, back-to-back double-digit outputs with one Knoxville the last 2 seasons, and now starting to translate that to his Omaha Threads. Second of the league slate for Kempis Tequila, his third in all competitions, and Union Omaha leads 1-0. For a while, Omaha fans may have been wondering if the breakthrough would come. So many key chances, but not able to take them. Kempis Tequila puts all of that on the back burner and powers Los Bujos in front. Well, fans, that goal was brought to you by Herdat Sports Bar and Grill. Kempis Tequila, the difference maker to date. A 53rd minute strike after a well-worked move and a perfectly placed cutback by Dylan Borjak. And Greenville now has to come out of its shell and has work to do. Akio. Early cross in. It's a clever touch from Beckford, and it draws a last-ditch palm from Nuhu. This was almost a perfectly swift reply. Cross in. Beckford just stabs his boot at it and puts Nuhu in an awkward position. Sets up Greenville for a rare corner here, just their second of the night. Evans takes it short and gets it back. Owusu away. Now, for those that are just joining us, Union Omaha finally breaking the deadlock in the battle for the belt. Kempis Tequila on 53 minutes. A tremendously plotted and worked move that led to a cutback from Borjak. Now Greenville hunting a retort. That's headed wide by Ajakwa, who's come off a bit worse for wear. Another corner results. This is exactly what Dave Dixon would have hoped to see from his bunch at this venue, at this stage. Right after conceding, they've been the squad pressing the issue the other direction. Yet another corner results. Evans goes direct this time. It is an inviting ball that Owusu gets to first. Fritz on the half volley, no real issues for Nuhu. Well, fans, if you can't watch the match, you can turn on Sirius XM-FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM-FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. 1-0 to Omaha. Kempis Tequila, after bagging 23 goals in 60 appearances at One Knox, has logged his third in all competitions for Union Omaha. Someone who won the league last season and played a key role in their run to the title with a pair of goals and assists in 3 playoff matches. Has started to translate that production to his new side. And here he is again. Chiba. Gutierrez playing an integral role in the opening goal. Borjak. Space now to cross, goes towards the back stick. Gutierrez goes for it. And he commits the foul in the process. Botello Faz is the penalized party. Evans. Budati. He's hardly put a foot wrong through the opening 55 and change. It is remarkable, Kempis Tequila's story. Someone who is a native of Germany, who spent time in the Borussia Dortmund youth ranks, can never carve out a consistent role in German football. He's made his way to the States and been impactful. Here's Gutierrez looking to make an impact and wins yet another corner. It is another corner kick, and it is brought to you by Modelo. It is Edri Caceres who is set to take this. The lone substitute for Los Bujos to date. In-swinger. Not the best of deliveries. Comes out for Budati, though. Akio. Gadiri sprays it wide and sprays it accurately as well. Caceres. Tequila, the goal scorer. Looking for an angle to shoot again. Lays it off to Jiba. Caceres. Looks for Tequila, just too much on it. They're playing with the wind in their sails at the moment, though, and Kempis Tequila is at the center of the build-up solar system. It is an Omaha side that boasts one of the best attacks in the league. Joint 4th in USL League One with 10 goals entering the night. They've added an 11th, and it has been one of the better team goals you'll see this match week. And you can see that the Omaha Parliament are loving every second of it. Maybe some nerves at halftime, especially with Greenville growing back into it. But now they look poised to win the first edition of the Battle for the Belt and reclaim their rightful spot at the head of this rivalry. Robles. Hoping to play spoiler for Greenville. Liotti into the box. Not on the same wavelength as Akio. Fritz. An hour gone, 1-0 to Los Bujos, courtesy of Kempis Tequila on 53 minutes. Can Greenville find a response and add some intrigue, or will it be Omaha cruising? Borjak is fouled. If this were to hold, it would be a somewhat damaging result for Greenville. A side that still has plenty of matches in hand on some of its opponents, and now it's making changes. And they are aggressive ones at that. Leo Castro, one of the all-time leading goal scorers in USL League One history, is the first to enter. Patty Segrist will also check in, a former USL Championship veteran who will look to revolutionize things on the left flank. So it's Segrist in for Ajakwa, and it's Castro in for William Accio. Both substitutions are brought to you by Broadmoor at Hartwood Preserve, excuse me. And there's a challenge on the far side. Gutierrez penalized. Leo Castro is someone who can provide plenty of goal threat. He's done that over the course of his Greenville career. 7 or more league goals in each of his first 3 seasons with Triumph, and now is the oldest outfield player in all of USL League One. Someone with years of experience across 4 different continents in his club career. He's played in South African football, as well as many other footballing contexts. Now in year 20 as a pro footballer, he looks to provide a spark for the Triumph. His counterpart Segrist was a fixture in USL Championship, best known for his time with Tulsa, but fell out of the consistent 11 a year ago and is hoping to revitalize his career with this Greenville side. Has displaced Tyler Pollock to open this year at left back. That is a late challenge by Anthony Patty. Tequila. Looking wide, not enough on it. Perhaps a chance to break. This is Beckford for Greenville. A 3v2 situation now. Castro plays it forward to Robles, who doesn't put it on frame, and the chance is lost. That is one of the rare opportunities Greenville's had to get at Omaha tonight, and Robles has to do better here. Beckford does so well to dispatch of Gadiri. It's a decently placed ball, but Castro has to usher it on, and Robles can never get his boots around it. One of the better chances of the match goes by the wayside. Herrera. Evans. With Segrist entering the fold, you'd figure that means Camilo Fritz moves into his more natural right back role. You'll see Segrist at left back, and then Evans slots into the defensive midfield position that he's occupied so well over the last calendar year or so. Someone who is a natural right back, but has filled in as a deep-lying center mid for the bulk of his Greenville tenure. Dave Dixon has raved about his versatility. He says it gives them so much tactical flexibility in game. Now with Herrera back into the side, it allows Evans to venture a bit further forward and create more chances for his teammates. He was being tasked with dropping deeper and assisting the build-up in the Chapa Herrera role when Herrera was out with a hamstring strain, but that no longer is a factor. That allows Evans to play a little further upfield. Liati coming deep to collect for Greenville. Beckford dances past Chiba with ease. Beckford to the byline. Crosses far too tight on Newhook. Fans, eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Inside the final 25 minutes from Morrison Stadium on the campus of Creighton University. Sam Goldfarb bringing you all of the action in the battle for the belt. Union Omaha 1-0 lead, courtesy of Kempis Tequila on 53 minutes. Since then, back and forth affair with both teams having some half chances. Greenville moments ago missing a golden chance to pull themselves level after a 3v2 break went by the wayside. Caceres. Botello Faz. Gutierrez. Plays it through, slips in Jiba, who was offside anyways. This is a goal that, or build-up that mimics the first goal, except it's on the opposite flank. Just see Jiba times his run a touch early. And All Night won the foot race anyways. Learned from the inaction on the first goal. There's still a player down for Greenville. It's Rodrigo Robles. He's now returning to his feet and seems to be in half-decent spirits. You get your look at Dave Dixon on the touchline. Someone who became the third head coach in club history after the retirement of Rick Wright, and someone with plenty of experience in USL League One. A pair of stints as an assistant with Charlotte Independence, not to mention plenty of time in the PDL and USL League Two. He's a veteran of coaching in the Carolinas, regardless of level, be it amateur or professional. Now he gets his first chance as a professional head coach. He's mentioned a desire to make this team play a little more direct, have a little more dynamism in its build-up. He said last season they were more methodical in the build, patient. This year he wants them to play a little more vertically, and there are some growing pains that have been associated with that. He has a clear vision for how they hope to look come season's end. It is a side that hopes to provide electrifying moments and one that is brave enough to build out of the press. In USL League One, that's always a daring approach. There are a number of teams that choose to lock up shop and counter. That is not Greenville. And it's certainly not Omaha either. Herrera. Fritz. Castro. Fritz continuing his run. Evans clips it wide. Botello Faz. It was Robles on the turn. Beckford. Herrera. Beckford deflected. Gadiri. Was hoping to send Gutierrez in, but the ball came too late. Sammy Gadiri is a little shaken up, as is one of his counterparts on the Greenville side of things. Anthony Patty had a few issues with his knee in the first half. An open wound that was bleeding in the first. Now made the substitution signal, so his night might draw to a conclusion here. Not an ideal sight for Greenville, a squad that grappled with its fair share of early season ailments. And now Anthony Patty, who's become a frequent starter. Starts in every league match to date. He's just now getting back to his feet. Let's see if he can soldier this out. Someone who's played every minute of league play through the first 4 matches. Did not play in last Saturday's Prince Cup opener. it may just be the end of Patty's evening. And that it is. A change in the heart of defense. Meanwhile, Aaron Gomez is now warming up for Union Omaha. So Gomez will replace Dylan Borjak, who supplied the first goal and continued his red-hot run of form. Greenville also made a change. We'll get it to you in a matter of moments. It is Patty out, and it is Daniel Wu in. That's a like-for-like change at center back. Both those substitutions are brought to you by Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve. Heartwood Preserve. Patty for Wu for Greenville, Gomez for Borjak for Omaha. And the Omaha substitution will now take place. So Gomez in, Borjak out, an integral role for Borjak in Omaha's opener. Supplied it with a well-weighted cutback to Kempis Tequila, and he's replaced by Aaron Gomez, who's worked his way back from a season-ending foot injury, leg injury that cost him the bulk of 2025, and has emerged as a regular feature on the flanks at 31 years of age for Los Bujos once again. That substitution is also brought to you by Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve. Aaron Gomez for Borjak. Gomez, someone with years of USL Championship experience with El Paso Locomotive under his belt. He's a key starter with Omaha before that leg injury last year. Suffered that injury in June. Segrist. Gutierrez nearly negotiated beyond him. Instead just lost it out of play. Aaron Gomez boasts plenty of quality. Played in Liga MX to begin his career, in addition to that championship stint. I'm just glad to see him fully healthy after missing the entire second half of last season. Segrist cross toward Robles. Knocked away, but only as far as Deshane Beckford. Evans. Castro. Fans, the USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Final 15 minutes here from Morrison Stadium. It is still Omaha clinging to a 1-0 advantage, courtesy of Kempis Tequila's opener in the 53rd minute. They have been the better side from the jump, but they have yet to kill this off, and Greenville has shown signs of life the other way. Should make for an enthralling finish in the first of 2 meetings in the battle for the belt this year. Here's Gomez. It's a loose touch from him there. Beckford. Robles. Beckford continues his run. Plays it forward now. Liati. Cross was dealt with comfortably by the Omaha defenders. Gutierrez hoping to spark something. Tequila. Jiba. Gomez was a mainstay on the left flank for last season. He takes up that natural role again. He's not on the same wavelength as Jiba on that occasion. Here is Jiba once again. Botello Faz. Plays it across to Gutierrez, who has options. Boudadi across! Just wide from Tequila. A golden chance to make it 2, and he nearly finished off another brilliant move. Botello Foss works it side to side. Gutierrez times that overlap well. First time cross in from Budati, and Tequila just narrowly misses the target. And that was his chance to wrap it up. Very similar move to the one that led to the opener. Although this time Tequila hits it a little more true and a little less accurately. Now roll place for Greenville. Ushers it wide. Fritz's cross. Stabbed away by Coleman. The battle for the belt hangs in the balance, but only just. Fritz. High arcing cross. Just headed away by Owusu before it can reach the onrushing Liati. But Segrist recycles. Now Segrist cuts it back, and Evans loses out. Gutierrez. Referee plays advantage. Drives it forward and switches the play. Botello Foz drives it to the byline, and that effort relatively tame. It's become a track meet here at Morrison Stadium. Crunching tackle. Tequila. Jiba. Herrera getting it back now for Greenville and finds Castro in space. Castro from distance. It's spilled by Nuhu. Budati there to clean it up. Tequila. Charging forward. Has Gutierrez. And he slips in Gomez, who's down in the box. And the referee points to the spot. Gomez dragged down by Camilo Fritz. And he wins the penalty for Omaha. Well, Tequila had Gutierrez to his right. And he had Gomez to his left. He opts to use Gomez. Fritz loses his balance, and it's a clumsy challenge. Shown the yellow card and no hesitation from Joe Surgeon. An immediate point to the spot and an opportunity for Kempis Tequila to add another goal onto his ledger. He was a penalty machine at One Knox. And unsurprisingly gets the nod here. Bagged a dagger in the late stages of the USL League One final for One Knox against Spokane. That goal doubled the lead and put it out of reach. Can replicate that feat for Omaha here and power them to victory in this battle for the belt. It is Tequila against him all night, who has had a fair few memorable moments stopping penalties in USL League One. Tequila, and it's saved by Knight. Greenville remains in this for now. A rare penalty miss for Kempis Tequila, who's turned away by a specialist at him all night. And this match still up for grabs. Botello Foz. Owusu. Gutierrez. Gadiri looking for Jiba, who does keep it in play. Fricky first to it, though. All night providing a lifeline for Greenville Triumph. He reads Tequila's eyes to perfection. It's not the best placed penalty, and he's turned away as a result. Changes now coming. Devin Boyce hoping to provide firepower for Greenville, a former All-League second-team selection 2 years ago with Ford Madison, replaces Rodrigo Robles. And that substitution is brought to you by Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve. Another Modelo corner kick for Omaha. Still looking to kill this off. Taken short. Gadiri, first time. Headed away. Boyce. His second stint with Greenville, rejoined the club this offseason after an injury-plagued 2025 campaign with Madison. And he's chasing after this now. Chance for Greenville to queue up a long throw. It's Segrist who makes his way over to it. Arcs it in. It's flicked along. Rather tame effort from what appears to be Connor Evans. Well, fans, join us on Saturday, May 9th at 7 p.m. as Union Omaha takes on Portland Hearts of Pine. It is Women in Sports Night presented by She Sports. There's something for everybody at that night. A panel discussion before the match, electric action on the pitch, new apparel from Game Day Social Apparel Company, and a meet and greet with special guests. Don't miss out on this jam-packed match day. Final 10 minutes of this one. Union Omaha, a narrow 1-0 cushion against Greenville triumph in this first of two battles for the belt this year. That man, Kempis Tequila, the difference maker on 53 minutes. But moments ago, having a penalty saved by Amal Knight, that was his chance to wrap up the points for Omaha. So a mixed bag for the key creative talisman for Los Pujos this evening. Double change. Blake Malone returns to league play to a loud applause for Union Omaha. Someone who suffered a season-ending foot injury in late March of last year, made just one league appearance, and now makes his league debut in 2026. He replaces Tequila. Meanwhile, Botello Faz is off for Lawrence Wooten. Double change that is brought to you by Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve. Those appear to be two defense-minded swaps. Wooten more of an engine in midfield. Malone is a listed center back. So Omaha perhaps now just looking to lock up shop. It is a side that has been up and down defensively this year. 7 goals allowed. As Nuhu races off his line to clear that. And for now, it appears that Wooten will take up Tequila's role positionally, and Gomez, Gutierrez may rotate into that center forward role. Inside the final 5 minutes of the initial 90. Omaha hoping to protect its perfect record at Morrison Stadium. They've won each of their first 3 league matches at this venue. If they can see this out, they would catapult themselves into second in the USL League One table. Evans. Boyce. Herrera. Gomez strolling the other way now for Omaha. Has Gutierrez with him. Forced back. Caceres. Jiba. Gutierrez. Budati looks to switch the play and does so magnificently. Aron Gomez with Gutierrez in support. And dances beyond two defenders. Fricky recovering well. Jiba. Caceres lofts it towards Budati. Caceres again. Nutmegs the official. Budati. It's a patience game now for Omaha. Wooten. Gomez, shoved from behind. Fritz concedes the set piece. Kimito Fritz is a young, promising talent for Greenville. Has seen his influence muted here tonight, though, and did concede that penalty, which could have proven costlier had All Night not come to his rescue. He is still someone that they are extremely optimistic about. Stood out at UNCG this past fall in the college ranks and has solidified that starting right back role for large spells. Here's Gutierrez. Nearly got it back. Gadiri. Final minute of the 90. All eyes on the fourth official in a matter of moments. Omaha has not put this to bed yet, but they have been on the front foot from the opening whistle. Coleman. Gadiri. Budati. Malone has his pass intercepted. But the whistle sounds against Greenville. Daniel Wu conceding the set piece. And more opportunity for Omaha to waste precious seconds. Greenville was to lose. It would be a third consecutive defeat on the trot after things looked promising following back-to-back victories over the Cosmos and Westchester. Would still be within touching distance of the playoff places early on. But it would not represent a dream start to the season. It would be a fifth defeat in the first 7 across all comps. Four minutes of stoppage time separate Omaha from yet another 3 points at home. Malone. Miscommunication there for Omaha. They immediately track the ball back. Caceres. Wooten chasing after it and winning it. Gutierrez dances past one. Gutierrez looking to wrap it up and does so in style. It is sensational from Diego Gutierrez, and Union Omaha has doubled the lead at the death. Well, he just can't stop scoring here at home. A brace in their home opener a couple months back, and he polishes off the battle for the belt in some style. Chips him all night and wraps up all 3 points. just deletes Daniel Wu from the equation and then deletes him all night as well. It is a goal of cheeky excellence, and it is Union Omaha well on its way to 3 points. Third league goal of the season for Diego Gutierrez, who has made his mark in Omaha colors. A former third-round draft pick in the MLS Super Draft in 2021 by Portland Timbers. And now in year 5 of his pro career, after bouncing throughout the USL Championship ranks, has made his mark on USL League One. Well, fans, that Union Omaha goal was brought to you by Herdat Sports Bar and Grill, and it is a goal that should wrap up all 3 points in the battle for the belt. Omaha on its way to continuing its dominance over Greenville. Just 1 defeat against the Triumph since 2022. This would be win 8 overall against their proud League One foes. And Diego Gutierrez has wrapped it all up. It's a party-like atmosphere at Morrison Stadium. Gutierrez providing the moment of bedlam in front of the supporters, and now things perhaps starting to pop off. Yellow card shown to Azad Liadi. Perhaps the Greenville players starting to let the frustration boil over. We are beyond the added 4 minutes now. It is all at Joe Surgeon's discretion. There is the full-time whistle. Union Omaha dominate from the get-go, and a pair of goals from Kempis Tequila and Diego Gutierrez make the difference. Vincenzo Candela's men make it a perfect 4 of 4 here at Morrison Stadium, and they climb to second in the USL League One table with a 2-0 victory in the battle for the belt. Sensational display. They built on that cup set of Indy 11 a week ago, and they produced a comprehensive performance at home. It finishes Omaha 2, Greenville 0, and our man of the match, which is presented by Platinum Chiropractic, is none other than the man that provided the opener. Kempis Tequila scored that decisive goal in the 53rd minute, and while he couldn't wrap it up from the spot later on, it was enough to kickstart Omaha's push for 3 points. Strong display for Union Omaha. They finished tonight 2-0 victors in the first edition of the battle for the belt. We'll step aside briefly when we return, a look back at an eventful 90 minutes here at Morrison Stadium. Stick with us.
To be a part of Nebraska medicine
Hi, welcome.
Good to see you.
is to be a part of something extraordinary.
Nebraska Medicine, how may I help you?
Because these are the doors
How are you?
that open doors
That went really well.
to growth
Hey.
and opportunity for each other and for our community. For those who know that the academic experience,
You know what? I agree.
the life experience that you get here is beyond what you can get anywhere
Doing
else.
great.
And that's exactly why here is where you belong. Nebraska medicine, together extraordinary.
We welcome back to Morrison Stadium, where tonight's full-time score is brought to you by the Blackstone District. It finishes Union Omaha 2, Greenville Triumph 0 in the first edition of the Battle for the Belt in 2026. A dominant display rewarded on the score sheet for Los Bujos. And now it's time to take a look at our full-time highlights, which are brought to you by Family Fare. Union Omaha pouncing on Greenville from the get-go and producing a number of chances. In the first half, this probably should have been finished by Dylan Borjak. Isn't able to take the chance on 12 minutes, but this was indicative of the way play would unfold. There were moments for Greenville the other direction in the later stages of the first half. This their best chance of the match. A cross in towards Azad Liati, who just heads it off the crossbar. Other than that, though, didn't have much going for them going forward. If Liati takes this chance, maybe it's a different game. But then after the restart, Union Omaha able to break through. Diego Gutierrez at the center of everything. This through ball right into the path of Borjak, who cuts it back to Tequila. And it's a cheeky finish that he just rolls underneath him all night into the bottom left corner. That the difference-making moment in the 53rd minute, and it felt like that would spur Union Omaha on. But there were more chances that went begging for Omaha, but they were finally able to take the decisive one on 90+2. Diego Gutierrez at the center of everything just deletes Daniel Wu and then chips him all night. It is a cheeky goal. It is a ruthless finish, and that the goal that wraps up all 3 points. A nifty nutmeg, a simple chip. All Night does his best but can't keep it out, and Union Omaha secures yet another victory over Greenville Triumph. And when you look at the full-time stats, it's hard to argue it isn't a merited victory. Omaha dominant across the board, nearly 60% of the ball, more than double the number of shots of Greenville Triumph, more than double the number of shots on goal as well, and they double them up on the score sheet. 2-0 victors for Los Bujos as they claim another 3 points here at home. That is where things finish here from Omaha, Nebraska, where Union Omaha dominates Greenville Triumph and wins in comfortable 2-0 fashion. They're victors in the first of 2 meetings in the battle for the belt this year. For our terrific crew, I'm Sam Goldfarb saying so long where Omaha prevails 2-0. Have a great rest of your night, everyone.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.